Welcome to the Business of Learning, the Learning Leaders podcast from Training Industry, where we speak with industry experts and thought leaders on all things learning and development.
Hi, welcome back to the Business of Learning. I'm Sarah Gallo, Senior Editor here at Training Industry.
And I'm Michelle Eggleston-Schwartz, Editor-in-Chief. In today's tech-driven world, organizations rely on skilled technical workers to keep systems running, innovate, and stay competitive. But training these workers and keeping their skills up to date comes with unique challenges. Today, we're exploring best practices for IT and technical training. With us, we have Aleksandar Orovcanec, Technical Training Specialist at CSA Group. Aleksandar, thanks for speaking with us today.
Thanks for having me, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Perfect. Yes. Welcome to the podcast. Happy to have you on and dive into this topic. And to get started, can you share a little bit about some of those most common challenges that organizations face when they are training technical workers?
So thank you for the question, Sarah. Before I dive into the questions, I would like to clarify that my answers are based on my personal experiences and beliefs and not solely my position at CSA Group. From my experience, creating effective technical training that builds employee skills and knowledge is a complex task. Organizations must balance cost efficiency with delivering high quality training to support client expectations. I think to succeed, training programs should blend various learning methods tailored to specific goals. It's essential to focus on the value provided to employees and how it improves their ability to work independently and meet client expectations. I think you should always ask yourself a question: are employees truly prepared to perform and deliver client excellence? Based on my experiences so far, I came up with the four common challenges. The first one is the technical onboarding. This refers specifically to the technical aspects of the onboarding as opposed to the human resources part of the onboarding. The key question to consider here is: do the organization have a structured and comprehensive technical onboarding program that effectively trains employees with necessary skills, knowledge, and competence to succeed in their roles? My second challenge is fundamental technical training. In this worldwide environment and globalization, companies may face difficulties in hiring talent with specific technical skills and specific knowledge. Therefore, it's essential to be able to provide fundamental technical training to help employees integrate fast and efficient into the company's and industry requirements. My third challenge is the training modalities. This is essential part of the day-to-day training, and this should ensure that the training methods and learning formats used are aligned with the organization's vision and mission and effectively deliver the necessary value to the employees. The last, and I think the most important challenge, would be retention of knowledge. Once the training is completed, how do we ensure that employees retain the necessary information, and how do we know that they are applying it later? At this point, I want to say I'm proud to say that at CSA Group, we have an established, comprehensive technical onboarding program delivered through a variety of training modalities designed to equip our employees with skills and knowledge needed in their daily tasks and responsibilities.
Perfect. Thanks for breaking down those sort of four buckets of challenges that are really common. I know it's likely our listeners are facing some, if not all of those, in their roles. And with that, I'd love if you could share maybe some strategies or best practices that can help overcome those challenges and really ensure that effective technical training.
Yes, so just going individually to each of these challenges, I will kind of talk a bit about the strategies used to kind of get opinion outside there for the people who are involved in a technical training. When we talk about technical onboarding, implementing a detailed and interactive technical onboarding program is essential. This can involve step-by-step guides, hands-on experiences, and mentorship specific to company procedures, processes, tools, and the technologies. I think regular checks in and feedback during the onboarding process is crucial to address the gaps in knowledge and integration of the employees. In the second one, the fundamental technical training. Organize workshops, training sessions, or create educational events that cover the basic technical concept required to your industry. I think engaging with the experienced professional from your organization to offer real life examples and practical applications key. Using simulated projects can help employees apply knowledge in a controlled and safe environment. Training modalities, this is very big. You can incorporate various training modalities, e-learning platforms, interactive tutorials, video lectures, micro-learning, mentorship, video gamification, and to name few. Aligning these modalities with the organization vision and mission to ensure value is delivered to the employees is key. Tailoring training to different learning styles is extremely important and can boost comprehension and, in the same time, retention. And the last challenge, retention of knowledge. To combat the forgetting curve, as we all know, after training, the next day 70% of the knowledge shared is gone, and in a week 90%. We have to use specific strategies to make sure that the technical workforce gets back into the line and satisfying the client expectation. In this, I would mention a few: spaced repetitions, regular assessments, and refresher courses. Encourage employees to learn, apply their knowledge through simulated projects, to replicate client requests, and practice gaining necessary skills for industry. I think providing reference materials and also promoting a culture of continuous learning can support long-term retention. At CSA Group, we employ a combination of these particular strategies, tailoring them to specific needs to achieve our ultimate goal: training, education, and development of a highly competent workforce.
Love that. Thank you for breaking that down. Because to your point, like reinforcing training is so important because otherwise your money's wasted if you're not reinforcing it on the job, repetition, everything you mentioned there. So that is definitely important. I'd love to hear a little bit about your own experience training tech workers. What are some of the strategies you've used to develop training for these tech workers?
So, to ensure effective training, I think it's essential to start with conducting training needs analysis, which will help establish the right strategies. Training is not always the solution. We know that. So it's important to understand the business needs, the business goals, the workplace culture, and your audience to start with the right approach. I think there is no strategy given and you're done. I don't believe that exists. So developing effective technical training requires a thoughtful combination of methods tailored to the specific needs of both the organization and the workforce. That said, in my opinion, the organizations must adopt blended strategies that match how employees learn and build the skills they need to succeed. So, top two strategies for effective training: simulated projects completed in a safe and controlled environment. This strategy is highly effective in helping employees acquire essential technical and soft skills, for which we talk more later, through hands-on practice and repetition of key tasks. By engaging with the organization's procedures, processes, reading and applying them, employees can build confidence as well as excel in their day-to-day responsibilities. The core idea is to practice delivering what the clients expects while continuously evolving through necessary adjustments aligned with company and industry standards. I think safe learning environment allows for mistakes, which can be corrected with the minimal risk and minimal investment. These moments become valuable learning opportunities, helping employees understand that what went wrong and why. The second strategy I used is active coaching. This strategy can be applied independently or in a combination with the previous approach. Experienced coaches are assigned to employees and provide real time support, helping employees navigate client interactions while transferring practical knowledge. This hands on guidance supports skills development and helps employees earn specific qualifications that demonstrate their competence. Coaching Coaches work closely with employees, continually assessing their technical abilities and providing feedback. They report on progress and completion based on defined organizational standards, ensuring that learning outcomes are aligned with performance expectations. I can proudly say at CSA Group, we use these two strategies to deliver high quality technical training solutions through different methods and modalities based on a specific product, specific clients, and specific area of the business.
Perfect. Sounds like that active learning, that hands-on interactivity is really important here. Like you mentioned, having that ability to make mistakes and learn from them in real time and that active coaching. So that sort of active element seems really important for technical training. I want to shift gears to touch on skills for a second. We know that the pace of change is really fast moving, especially in terms of technological change. And with that, how can organizations really identify those specific skills that their workers need and also anticipate future skills? Do you have any tips there?
So I have to admit, this is kind of a challenging question, but I'll do my best to share my perspective on how this might work. I think to keep up with the rapid technological change, organization needs a strategic and future-focused approach for the employees. This starts with understanding the current skills of the employees and how these skills align with the business goals. By analyzing the labor market and industry trends, companies can identify which technologies and capabilities are becoming essential. Strongly believe building a skills matrix will help prioritize what's needed now, what will be needed soon, and what may be critical in the future. At the same time, the organization should foster a culture of continuous learning, which is going to be key for growth of the employees. This includes offering training, hands-on projects, partnership with the colleges, universities, tech companies to help employees continue to develop their skills and grow into their areas.
As a training professional, your job is to effectively manage the business of learning. You probably tune into this podcast to gain insights on L&D trends being used by some of the most innovative thought leaders in our market. But did you know that training industry also provides data-driven analysis and best practices through our premium research reports? Our entire catalog, including reports on deconstructing 70-20-10, learner preferences, the modern learner experience, and AI's impact on L&D, just to name a few, can be found at trainingindustry.com/shop-research. New insights create new ways for L&D to do business. Let Training Industry Research Reports take your training initiatives to new heights. Go to trainingindustry.com/shop-research to view the entire catalog.
Definitely. Identifying the skills needed to excel in every job role is really a big focus right now in the industry and has been for some time, but really, like you said, like this focus on skills and making sure that they're aligned with the business goals is really important for learning leaders today. I'd love if you could talk a little bit about learning modalities. How can organizations determine the best approach? How can they pick the right method for technical training?
So there is no one size fit all method for using learning modalities in technical training. We all know the 70-20-10 model or a guide, which is 70% on the job training, 20% social, as 10% formal learning, can be very helpful, but it should be, in my opinion, modified based on industry, organization, and the client expectations. Some sectors, some industry may shift the balance to 50-30-20 or other different ratios depending on how better fit their mission, visions, and their values. Organizations can choose from many different learning modalities. Today, we have an enormous pool of those modalities, such as on-job training, mentorship, coaching, gamification, e-learning, virtual instructor-led trainings. We have micro-learning, we have virtual reality coming, and so forth. The best approach depends on the workforce, the industry, and the clients they serve. At CSA Group, we use a variety of training methods tailored to specific needs, specific clients, and specific expectations of those clients. Because we cover many different industries from manufacturing to service, we need to kind of have an opportunity to design methods who are really specific to the specific workforce who is covering those clients. I believe blended approach is often the most effective, especially for technical training, because while formal learning like foundational knowledge can really help on the job, and social learning can be more effective for skills development. I think in today's fast growing changing environment, organizations should remain flexible in combining different modalities as needed rather than relying on one single method. So we should get away from that particular stigma. The goal is to deliver training that not only builds skills but also support client satisfaction. And there where we can say that at CSA we kind of have different types of strategies where we kind of have to change our abilities for our clients and deliver specific technical training.
Perfect. Thanks for sharing those tips. I think, especially when there are so many modalities out there right now, it can be a really challenge sort of pinning down which ones to use and really being strategic in that sense when adopting blended learning. Alexander, we know that technical skills are, of course, essential, but soft skills like communication and collaboration are also important, especially in the age of AI and automation. How can organizations integrate soft skills training into their technical training efforts?
So soft skills are a vital part of the technical workforce. In today's diverse global work environment, like you said, Sarah, these skills are often just as important as the technical skills. Strong communication, teamwork, collaboration, and adaptability skills are essential to navigating complex projects and building those client relationships. I think without this, even the skills employees with with technical skills may have a trouble meeting clients' needs, right? So technical training should encourage interaction between employees and trainers, fostering collaboration, communication, and teamwork. This will help employees not only build technical skills, but also develop the soft skills needed to thrive in the modern workplaces. So, my top three strategies to integrate soft skills in technical training. Number one, blended learning. Include tasks that require communication, teamwork, time management, and problem solving. This helps trainees practice soft skills while learning technical content. Mentorship. Pair trainees with mentors who can provide feedback on both technical and soft skills, either one on one or in a group setting. And the third strategy, maybe most important, role playing exercises. Use realistic case studies in group settings to simulate client scenarios. This allows trainees to practice both technical and soft skills in a safe environment where the feedback is provided to them afterwards. At CSA Group, I can proudly say we apply all three strategies as necessary based on the business need. The strategies ensure our technical workforce is not only skilled but also well rounded and client ready.
That's great. Um, I'd love to touch on a little more here about artificial intelligence. It's the buzzword right now. It's being talked about, so we definitely have to talk about it here. Um, what does training technical workers look like in the age of AI? How is AI changing the skills that these workers need, and how can L&D really help develop these skills?
This is a tough one as well, but I believe AI is one of the most important and complexest technology we face today, and I don't think so it's gonna go. So we will face in the future as well. So this technology is something we must learn, manage, and adjust to it as it's rapidly developing, right? Embracing AI is important in improving our skills and how we serve our clients and industry. So we have to accommodate to the requirements of the organizations, clients we serve, as well as the workforce. AI can greatly support development of both the technical and soft skills. There's no doubt there. However, we must approach it carefully by setting clear boundaries and ensuring proper selection. I think blindly accepting the AI without oversight could harm the workforce development and negatively impact our clients. Our technical workforce would need training in the current and emerging AI tools. And this could be both as a part of the corporate IT structure or as a training through individual learning opportunities. This training should also address ethical concerns, biases, privacy, and transparency. So we have to be extremely cautious about how this is implemented in our day to day activities. Some effective strategies for building AI skills would include personalized learning paths, interactive hands on tools, continuous and collaborative learning, and coaching and mentorship. At CSA, we just started with this particular top technology, and we are encouraged to use it daily. Of course, that's all within a safe and controlled environment.
Perfect. Great tips there, especially around that responsible AI use, which we know is huge, and training leaders really can play a role in helping organizations adopt that. We've covered quite a bit in today's conversation today, but before we do wrap up, are there any final takeaways or is there a final tip you'd like to share with our listeners?
Yes, I would like to kind of focus on four key points so the listeners and the people in a technical training can kind of keep in mind when they are part of this creation, development, and implementation of the training. Uh, Number one, understand the technical workforce requirements. I think we need to frequently evaluate employee skills gaps and gather feedback to ensure training is relevant. It's a key that that's done almost on weekly basis. We got to stay current with the industry trends, keep up with the latest technologies, tools, some of the best practices done by other industries, not just the technical, but the finance industry and let's say manufacturing industry and so forth and so on, and use those best practices to future proof our training programs. Number three, we have to start adopting new technologies. Embracing tools like AI to make learning easier and improve outcome is key. But also we have to make sure that we have controls in place that this doesn't take us somewhere else when we don't want to be and lose our real touch and as well touch to our clients. And four, use the right training modalities and methods. This is a key because technical training is really specific in uh, how the training is created because it's really um, specific. You cannot have a way around it. You have to really find a way how to explain, and it's so specific that you have to be carefully curating your content. Choosing the most effective learning formats to reach and engage your audience, it's key here as well. I think focusing on these four areas will build a capable and a compliant workforce that delivers value as well as to the clients and reinforces the long-term relationships.
Perfect. Well, with that, Alexander, thank you for speaking with us on the podcast today. How can our listeners reach out if they'd like to get in touch?
So you can easily connect with me at LinkedIn when I regularly participate in learning development communities and discussing the technical training and any other learning and development training. Like I'm a part of your training industry company and kind of being on the podcast. It's great to so the people can see. So I'm always happy to share insights, resources, best practices. Look forward to collaborating with any other fellow professionals. And just like that, you can reach me at LinkedIn.
Awesome.
For more resources on this topic, check out the episode description or visit the show notes on our website at trainingindustry.com/podcast. And don't forget to rate and review us wherever you tune in to the business of learning. Until next time.